As part of his blitz of executive orders issued yesterday, President Trump also delivered on a campaign promise to withdraw the United States from the World Health Organization.
And said that today President Trump announced U.S. is leaving 66 anti-American, useless or wasteful international organizations.
And today, the United States informed Director General Audrey Azoulay of the United States' decision to withdraw from the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, also known, of course, as UNESCO.
Today, I want to talk about a news story from the United States that is very important, but many people don't fully understand what is really happening. This news is about the US government deciding to leave many international organizations, including groups connected to the United Nations. At first, this may sound confusing or boring, but when we break it down slowly, you'll see why this matters not just for America, but for the whole world. So let's start from the beginning. The United States is one of the most powerful countries in the world. For many years, it has worked together with other countries through international organizations. These organizations help countries talk to each other, solve problems together, and avoid big conflicts. Some of them focus on peace, some on climate change, some on health, workers' rights, education, refugees, and many other global issues. Now, the big news is that President Donald Trump has announced that the United States will withdraw from dozens of these international and United Nations-related organizations. This means America is stepping away from many global groups it was once a part of. To understand how this happened, we need to understand Trump's thinking. Trump has always believed in a policy called America First. This idea means that the US should focus mainly on its own problems and interests, instead of spending money and time on international agreements or global institutions. According to him, many of these organizations cost the US a lot of money, but do not give enough benefits in return. Trump and his supporters say that the United States pays more than other countries to keep these organizations running. They believe this money should instead be used inside America for things like jobs, infrastructure, and national security. They also say that some global organizations try to influence US laws or policies, which they feel threatens American independence. Because of this belief, Trump's administration reviewed many international memberships. After reviewing them, the decision was made to pull out of dozens of organizations at once. This is not just one group or one small agreement. It is a large move that affects many areas, such as climate programs, labor groups, cultural organizations, and peace initiatives. So what does withdrawing actually mean? It means the US will stop participating in meetings, stop following certain rules made by these organizations, and most importantly, stop funding them. Many international groups depend heavily on US money, so when America leaves, these organizations may lose a big part of their budget. Supporters of this decision say this is a strong and bold step. They argue that the US should not be controlled or pressured by international bodies. They believe America can still cooperate with other countries when it wants, but without being locked into long-term global commitments. But critics strongly disagree. They say this move isolates the United States from the rest of the world. They believe global problems cannot be solved alone. Issues like climate change, pandemics, war, and migration affect many countries at the same time. If one major country steps away, it becomes harder to manage these problems together. Many experts are worried that leaving these organizations will reduce America's influence. Many experts are worried that leaving these organizations will reduce America's influence. When the US is part of global groups, it has a voice and a vote. It can shape decisions and policies, but if it leaves, other countries will take over that space, and America may lose its leadership role. Another concern is trust. Allies of the US may start to question whether America is reliable. When a country leaves agreements and organizations, suddenly, other nations may hesitate to trust future promises or partnerships. Some people are also worried about long-term effects. Even if the current government believes this is the right move, future governments may want to rejoin these organizations. But rebuilding trust and rejoining global institutions is not easy. It can take years. Inside the US, reactions are mixed. Trump's supporters see this as protecting national sovereignty and saving money. His opponents see it as damaging America's global reputation and weakening international cooperation. This decision also sends a message to the world. It tells other countries that the US is choosing a more independent and less global role. Some countries may follow the same path, while others may step up to fill the gap left by America. So why is this news considered the main headline today? Because it is not just a small policy change. It is a major shift in how the United States interacts with the world. It affects diplomacy, economics, global safety, and international trust. This is one of those decisions where the full impact will not be seen immediately. The real effects will show over time. Some consequences may appear in months, others in years. That's why people across the world are paying attention. In simple words, this news means the US is closing many doors it once kept open. Whether this will make the country stronger or more isolated is something only time will tell. What we do know is that this decision changes the direction of US foreign policy in a big way. And when a powerful country changes direction, the whole world feels it. That's why this story matters. Not because it's about organizations or paperwork, but because it's about how countries choose to work together or not in today's world.